The Snapseed app lets you achieve all the features and quality editing you would find and expect in a professional picture editing software, but without the extra complexities you might find in such professional apps, thus being that perfect, easy photo editing app to come out with professional photos and pictures. Welcome back to Digital Photography Masterclass. My name is Khayaz and I'm your trainer. In this video, we are going to discuss and learn about Snapseed, a powerful photo editing tool from Google. This tutorial on Snapseed is divided into 4 parts for easy understanding, and this is the second part. As you know from our previous session on Snapseed, the Noir filter is a black and white filter. If you have not watched the part 1 of this series, request you to do so. The link is provided above in this video. But before we dive into the Snapseed tutorial, I would like to share an amazing app which I discovered in my journey in YouTube being a new YouTuber. I thought it might come in as a handy tool for all the new and aspiring YouTubers. And that's TubeBuddy, and has some cool features which aids and helps YouTube channel reach its desired goal. The best part is it has a paid and free version also. You may start with the free version and upgrade whenever you feel it's appropriate. I have provided the link in the description, clicking on which you would be able to download TubeBuddy. As a recent user myself, given its amazing features, could not resist sharing this info with you guys. Coming back to the Noir filter, although it is a black and white filter, the image processing is very different from the basic black and white filter in Snapseed. That's because the star attraction of Noir is the washed out look, which achieves the washed out look of the black and white print which has been over processed in the darkroom. Start the edit by opening the style menu. To select a base tone and contrast level. With the filter strength parameters, adjust the opacity of the style, which means that a 0 filter strength will result in a basic grayscale image. Next, adjust brightness, then adjust wash to get the desired look. You may need to jump back and forth between brightness, wash and filter strength parameters to get the optimal looks as per your liking. Finally, grain can be added or removed as desired. The brush tool allows for the fine tuning and selective editing that enable professional level adjustments. There are 4 brush options inside of SnapTube brush tool: dodge and burn, exposure, temperature and saturation. After selecting a brush, tap the eye icon to show the brush strokes in red if desired. Since your finger or stylus is a brush itself, the brush size can be easily adjusted by zooming in and out of the image. Zoom in for a finer tip and zoom out for a larger tip. To change the opacity of each brush, tap the up or down arrows. Be sure to turn off the red brush strokes before tapping the compare button to check your work. That's all there is as far as brush tools are concerned. Adding a vignette to the image is a great way to pull the eye to the center of the image by leaving the center bright and slightly darkening the edges. In Snapseed, there are 2 vignetting options. The vignette tool is the first option, adding a dark overlay to the edges with a center point that can be moved and overall size can be adjusted. For a more subtle vignette, you may choose to apply the vignette in Vintage. Simply open the Vintage, decrease the style strength to 0 and then adjust the vignette. This vignette is always centered and the size cannot be adjusted. But the way it affects the image is quite different from the primary vignette tool and may be an alternative option. Grunge is a fun and wild filter, but at first glance the intense colors and stressing techniques may seem a little too abstract for a lot of photographers, but if you like to go a little offbeat and like colorizing techniques, grunge is actually a magical editing wonderland. Here is how to degrunge so that it can be used for color effects without de-stressing. Start with the pinch zoom gesture to increase the vignetting blur size so that it no longer appears on the image. Then scroll up on the filter menu to select the brightness slider and swipe left to bring back down to 0. Do the same for contrast and texture strength and then swipe right to bring the saturation up to 100. This gives the base mine edit. Now scroll back to style. Here you have 1499 color styles to work with. And I wasn't kidding when I said it's a magical editing wonderland. Swipe left and right to find the color style you like. Some of the styles have more saturation and contrast than others. So once the style is selected, tweak the saturation and contrast if needed. One cool feature that needs mention is that the style number appears on the image as one is sliding. So when you find your favorite style, or if you're working on a gallery of images and want continuity on the color, just jot down the style number so that you can get to the same tones every time. So much so in the second part of this tutorial. Please do watch the first part also, just in case you have missed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and of course press the bell icon for notifications on the subsequent training sessions. You may post your queries and suggestions in the comment box below, and I would be more than happy to answer. Catch you in our next session. Till we meet next, have a wonderful time. Thank you.